in the in the previous video we already have created registration form and we already have validated our user text, username, email, phone number, name, address, password, and all these things using regular expression. In this video now, how to store those data in our database. So for that, first of all we need to have a structured database, that is to store our data in database. So I will use here MS Access database to store our data, whatever the username, email, password, phone, and gender, these are required fields for registration. So we need to have stored those data in database. So first of all we need to create table, database table. So go to search button, and then type MS Access. My system is little bit slow, so sorry for this. Access 2013. Okay, open it. Now create a database, blank desktop database. Click on it and give database name. Here we already have database 2 and go to create. Now in this here is given that in tables, here table 1, right click on it and go to design view, give table name. I will give table name as data, capital in all letters, data, right? So you need to have your id or a number, means it will automatically increment, and whatever the field we have, first we need to have name, email, phone. So we'll use next name, and type of name, that is you need to have stored text, right? So use short text. And email id, use short text. Then phone, for phone also you just stored in text. Next field is father name, right? Then address, father name, use text, address, and then password, password and gender, right? Now after creating this, just go to here, and do you want to save changes to design table? Yes, yes, and our table is created. Now open it, you will see these things: id, name, email id, phone, father name, address, passport, gender. So we just created this database. Now we need to do is we need to have connection to database and this Java or Netbeans. So for that, in service we go to database and see for drivers. To connect our MS Access we need JDBC ODBC driver. So if there is no JDBC ODBC driver in your Netbeans, then our Java will not connect to MSC access, right? So these all are drivers to connect our database, that is different database, MySQL database, Java database, Oracle database, and those for all other things. These are the drivers. So in our case, we are using my access, so we'll use JDBC ODBC driver. So for that, we already have created database, and we need to do it. We need to go control panel and go to system and security. After that, go to administrative tools, and you will get here lots of things, and here given that ODBC data sources 32-bit and ODBC data sources 42-bit. Go to ODBC data sources 32-bit. Now you will get this dialog box, and in that dialog box it is given that system DNS, file DNS, drivers, tracing, connection, polling about. So go to system DSM, and then go to add and select your database type, that is Microsoft Access driver in format .accdb, right? So click on it and give your database name. I will give here test. Test is our database name, and you have to select which database, where is your table you created, right? You have to select that one. Go to C and go to users, go to system, and go to documents, right? So just I have created that table in database 2. So select database 2 and click on OK, right? Now do finish. Okay, because it is saying that invalid directory or file path. So without closing this my access, if you are doing like that, means it will say like that. So first, for you are doing that, just close it and then do finish. Now it came, right? So for that reason you need to do that one. Now you already have done up to here. So just now we need to do is we need to write code to connect our database. Just on submit, you have to on submit, just on submit, you have to save this data in our database. For that, and to do these things, just you need to do is you need to have one SQL package, import java.sql.star. This package connects everything, and what do means globally pivot statement. This is class to pivot your statement, right? And result set to set a result. This is another class, and you need to connect the database. For that you need connection. Now pivot statement, right? Pivot statement. Now with the help of these three classes, we will connect our database and we will store our data in database. Now go to design and go to submit button. This is submit button, and here just give exception handler classes, try and catch exception e, and we dot print stack trace. whatever exception it catches, will whatever exception it catches, exception, right? Capital S. Now, what if the exception inside this try block is occurred? It is catched by this exception and it will be stored in E, right? After that, it will whatever the exception is occurred, it will display, it will show, and it will catch. Means this is the procedure to handle your exception that occurred. So you need to have driver string driver. For that we have jdbc odbc, right? So son dot jdbc dot odbc dot jdbc odbc driver, jdbc odbc driver, right? Now last dot format. In that we need to pass this driver and we need another log, right? In this you need to specify your database name, that is database name jdbc colon odbc colon your database name, that is I have given test in database 2, right? Test. Now you need to have connection equal to driver manager dot get connection, got it? This test is your database name, right? Test is our database name, and then to that database through this odbc and jdbc driver we need to get connection. If it is done, then show message to show dialog box option 10 dot show show message dialog, keep pass null, and then write message connected, right? Connected. Now we check it out, run this file, and let's check whether it is connected or not. If our database is connected, then we will get the data from our registration form and we will store, right? On click submit, connected, right? Now our Java and our database is connected to each other. So now we need to do is we need to take values from here, this field, right? These all fields, whatever the values we have entered, so we need to take those values and we need to store those values in our database. Okay, for that reason, after connection I will call one method save data. This is method function call. So for that there is no method, that's why we need to create save data method, right? So for that, come out of this class, is not possible. Thus what it do means alt and enter, it will say that create save data, right? And then do. Now remove this unsupported operation exception. Now here just you need to do it try, again use here exception handler try and create one statement st is equal to connection dot create statement, right? After creating statement, give string str is equal to select star from table name. Give table name that I have using data. Data is our table name, right? So wait, wait for a while. I will show it again. See guys, here after doing this, thus our database name is test and our table name is data. Finish it. Go to documents. Go to document and here in database to right click on it and you will have your table name, that is data, right? So data, right? This is our table. Open it now. Capped in all caps, data is our table, so we need to store those all details in this table. For that, select start from data. Then we have to set result. So we start from data. First, give a catch block. Catch exception ex ex dot print stack trace, right? One more we needed, right? Now what we need to do is after doing this you need to set result set, that is arrays is equal to, we have st as statement, st dot execute query, right? We need to execute this query, select start from data, and then after completion of creating your result set, after setting, then you need to have while arrays dot next, means after one row it will go for another row, right? For each row in table data, because after completion of one row then it should go for next row. Then prepare statements equal to connection dot prepare statement, right? After that in this string you have to pass your database insert query, that is insert into what is your table name, data is our table name, and in that you just need to have this one name, email id, phone, father name, right? So name, email, it, these all should be exactly the same of like this one, right? Email id, phone, email id, phone, comma, phone, and father name, address, password, father name, address, password, gender, right? Address, password, gender. Now completed. After that, these are the values, and somewhere you will get, right? For that, how many are there? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. For 7 values give what, comma, what, comma, what, comma, give 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then after this statement, just you need to set ps.set string. You just give position 1, comma, you have to save name dot get text, right? Some name you have to save in name, and then ps dot set string, set string 2, email dot get text. Got it? Now copy these two statements and paste it here. After that, after name, email, phone, father name, address, passport, and gender, right? And phone, father name, address, password, and gender. Now go to source program. In third position, phone number, phone, and pick fourth, father name, F name, and fifth, address, and in sixth, pass, right? And seventh, gender. Got it? Now remove this one, and then after doing this all, just you need to update, execute, update. After doing this, there is completion of your code, and so one message, the option pane dot show message dialog. Now pass here successful, and after completion run it, right click on it and run this file and test it. Return email @gmail.com, phone number 8297221916, power name GT, address PPT, passport, pass, and mail, right? So after doing this, click on submit. First of all, it will connect it to your database. Connected, easy to find, and then successful, right? Means our data is stored in database. Now change another name. mm, Paul. Paul. Change your phone number last digit, right? Last 86, and change father name PT, and change address Canada, password use 12345, and mail, right? Connected, successful. Do same data, it will save, right? How many times we need to save? Just save it. Alright. Change name Samantha. Connected, successful. Connected, successful. Now let's see. In this data, refresh it. It's not responding. Wait for a while. Right. So once if you get face mode, there's no face mode. Just go begin mode. Now go to open it. See all data already came here. So this is how to store your data from, and ID is auto implemented from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? Even I stored another still more values, just type your name here, whatever you want, type your name, your name sorry your name, your Gmail, your Gmail, your phone, right? And give your location USA, give your password, right? Connected, successful, save. Now again refresh this one. We have up, now we have only 8 data, right? Now let's see, again refresh it. There's no refresh option, right? So what you do means go to file, even in file also not there, just cancel it out. Go to file, database 2, our data in database 2. So open database 2, open data. See now here 13 records already have registered, and those we already have restored in our data from our application Netbeans, right? So this is how it is working. If you like this video guys, just subscribe my channel.